Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. So today is episode number 3 of my Chronicles series, and today I just want to sit down and talk to you guys about how to adjust your training and your nutrition during like a quarantine or a lockdown. Now I know that the situation varies depending on like which country you're in. Here in the UK, all the gyms are shut, so most of us don't have access to any equipment unless we have like equipment at home or like a home gym or something. Also, like, you can't really go outside that much. You can only leave your house for like essentials, like to do your groceries, or to like buy medicine, or like you can do one form of exercise a day. I find that really vague and hard to monitor, but like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna start with training first. So there's a couple of scenarios here. Let's start with like the worst case scenario. Let's say you have like no equipment at home. You literally have just your body weight. It's gonna be difficult, but it's definitely doable, especially if you're not too advanced at this point in your training. So you're just gonna have to use different variables to bring the intensity to your workouts with no external resistance, if that makes sense. So you're gonna have to find creative ways to use your body weight to challenge you. So there's like a very wide variety of exercises you can do that are very creative. I've posted a few on my social media. However, it's not the exercises that I want to talk about today. It's more different techniques of intensity. So a lot of them are the same that you would use in the gym. So things like adding a quarter rep or like doing triple contractions at the top of a rep. That's one way. Another way is to utilize tempo. So you need to slow down your reps a whole lot. So to make it a lot harder. 3, I would say adding like pauses as well. So you can add a pause like at the top of the contraction, or you could add a pause like halfway through like each part of the exercise. There's many different ways you can add pauses to your exercises. Another way is to do supersets or trisets or giant sets. So that's doing exercises back to back to accumulate fatigue. That way you can go closer to failure. And speaking of failure, try and not work with like set reps when you're training like without any equipment, because let's just say you're gonna like do 3 sets of 12, but maybe 12 reps is too easy for you. Like, you know, like you just need to be pushing close enough to failure. That could be 40 reps, but yeah, research has shown that even upwards of 30 reps, you can get hypertrophic benefits if you go close enough to failure. So yeah, that's what it's about. And then in terms of split, just do full body like 3 to 4 times a week. That's the best thing you can do when you're at home. And honestly, just try and not sweat it too much. It's not that easy to lose muscle. Strength is more specific. Strength, unfortunately, we all will be losing some unless we have like a very well equipped home gym. But hypertrophy, like, you can still maintain your muscle mass without much equipment at home. So don't worry about that. You're not going to lose all your gains because of the stupid pandemic. Now, let's say you have a bit of equipment at home. Great. Use it, you know, like, but same thing applies to you. Find different ways to make it harder. So I have equipment. I have like a 10-kilo barbell and a couple of 15-kilo plates. Like, it's not, you know, as much as I want, but it's enough to like give me DOMs. Like, I literally still have DOMs in my legs from like 2 days ago. I've been doing lots of supersets, lots of quarter reps. I've been holding my hip thrusts at the top. That really burns my glutes, things like that. So yeah, just try and bring the intensity to your training at home. That is what I would say. And this is a bit more specific to the upper body, but push-ups, they're great. They're not inherently like a shitty exercise, but I feel like people are doing so much of them, and like most of us already have shit posture. If you don't, then like goals. I mean, my posture is like a bit like my shoulders are rounded forward because I love to bench. You know, I do train my back obviously, but when you're at home, like, don't neglect your back. Like, push-ups are great, but make sure you're doing enough back training to like compensate and to avoid any imbalances. So yeah, that is the training part, and very closely related to like resistance training is obviously cardio. If you have like a treadmill or like a bike at home, like an exercise bike at home, it's great. Like, you can still do your cardio. Try and keep your cardio levels and your steps the same as like pre-quarantine. That would be ideal. For me, it's difficult because pre-quarantine I was averaging like 16,000 steps a day. I'm a very active person, and that's why I can get away with eating so much. Right now it's difficult, that's why I kind of gained a bit of weight as well, just because like I try to get my steps in, but it's hard when you can't go out that much, you know? So naturally when your NEAT levels go down, you're gonna have to eat a bit less as well. It doesn't mean you're going into a deficit per se if you weren't in a deficit before, but it just means that you know, your total daily energy expenditure is changing purely because your NEAT is lower. There's a huge wasp right outside the window. Okay. Yeah, so try and keep your steps the same. If you can't, no biggie, just reduce your calories. And now in terms of calories, 3 scenarios here. Pre-quarantine, you were either in a deficit or you're eating maintenance level calories, or you were bulking or eating like in a slight surplus. Let's say you were bulking before the quarantine and now you're stuck at home, you don't have equipment, you can't train as hard. What do? Drop it down to maintenance. Just because if you can't train as hard as you used to, like you probably like your potential for muscle gain is probably like not as great as it was before. That makes sense. You want to minimize fat gain, obviously, unless you don't care, then like that's cool, then you know, good for you. If you were eating at maintenance before, cool, keep eating at maintenance. Just make sure you adjust your calories still depending on your NEAT levels. If they have been lowered because you're doing less steps every day, that means that your maintenance calories have also been lowered. So keep that in mind. And then if you were cutting before, aka what I was doing, if you were in a deficit before and you don't have access to equipment now, I'm not saying that it's impossible to gain muscle or maintain muscle in a deficit. It definitely is. However, that's only possible when everything else is optimal. When your training is optimal, when your diet is optimal, things like that. If you're stuck at home and you can't train the same way you used to, the same intensity, with the same weights, if you can't apply like progressive overload, sufficient mechanical tension on your muscles, it's going to be harder to preserve muscle in a deficit during this lockdown. So I would actually recommend putting your cut on hold. I know it's annoying. I mean, your summer plans are probably canceled anyway, so like, Summer, who is she? I don't know her. That's really depressing. But yeah, I'd personally recommend bringing your calories up to maintenance. That is what I have done. I'm eating at maintenance right now, just to preserve as much muscle as possible. And yeah, so in terms of macros as well, keep the protein high for a few reasons. One, to preserve muscle, again, to avoid any muscle loss. 2, protein is the most satiating macronutrient out of the 3, so it'll help you feel fuller for longer. And 3, the thermic effect of food of protein is higher than carbs and fats, so it takes more calories to digest protein than it does digest fat and carbs. So yeah, and with training, what can help, like if motivation is an issue, because like there is a huge social aspect to going to the gym. Like I get it, like most of my friends go to the gym as well, and like for me it was like a really big part of my life, both like my own individual life and like my social life as well. So to help like kind of bring that back, that whole social aspect, what you can do is go live on Instagram. Like it's fun working out with other people. You can do like a live with someone else where you guys are both like on camera at the same time. Film your workouts and share them even if you're not live. It helps keep you accountable. Tell people what you're gonna do. Like I'll like message my friends, be like, I'm gonna train legs now, this is the workout I'm doing. And then I'm like, fuck, I need to actually do this now because I told them. Or like, yeah, the live thing is the best, because like I went live like a couple days ago and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna do a live cardio challenge tomorrow at this time. And then I was like, fuck, I can't like, you know, I can't fake, like I have to do this now. So yeah, yeah, motivation, you know, it's not always going to be there. Sometimes it is discipline. What can help as well is like if you write yourself a program. So literally just get a piece of paper, be like, okay, I'm going to be training 4 times a week, full body. I'm going to do these exercises on this day, these exercises on this day, etc. And write yourself a meal plan as well, that helps. Plan in advance, write yourself a to-do list, stay on top of it. Stay connected to all your friends and family, and most importantly, stay at home, stay safe. I hope this is going to be over soon and we can all resume our normal lives once again. And yeah, if you guys made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. If you like the video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up, and please press the red subscribe button below and click the bell button as well to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.